Hello and welcome to 10K Replay with Commentary, where I show you my games and explain every decision I make. You ask me about decision making in hard games, and this one is exactly that. Here we've made a big comeback from 15k gold deficit. For this replay, we'll have two parts of it. First one is going to show you first 15 minutes that were quite good. Then we'll skip to the comeback part, as between 15 and 30 minutes enemy team managed to crush us, and we had to come back. Enjoy! So for the start, I'm smoking my team. I'm usually doing that if I have free gold to get the ward up. I'm assuming that the enemy team is very strong, so they will go for the bot rune. This is usually what happens. If enemy team is strong, they want to fight around this area, right? So I'm assuming they will go bot. That's why I'm going top. I feel like while we're quite strong in the early game, we're not as strong as the enemies. So yeah, that's why I go for the top runes. For the start, I know that position 5 will be Tusk. I have no idea who's going to be position 1, if it's going to be Viper or Beastmaster. I'm assuming Beastmaster, but still. Tusk is position 5. That's why I'm trying to ward this first here, because I know that later on it's gonna be very hard for me to go there if, let's say, they have a Beastmaster boar that is waiting for me. So I need to pre-block it. And here we get double bounty rune on the top, which is very good for us. And also Muerta goes for the bounty on the bot, but she's going to pay a lot for it. So for the start, I know that the enemies are bots, so I'm blocking the creeps. This is a very good move that you can make. I see my lane right now, which is Beastmaster and Tusk. I saw them on the ward. So my goal first is to kill the boar, as it gives a lot of experience. Obviously, if I can harass enemies, that's great, but I know the boar is gonna be killable for me. Tusk is doing something crazy here, so I'm trying to harass him. This blood grenade was a mistake, by the way. I assumed he's gonna be able to get killed here, but it doesn't matter. So here, he's low HP, so I can trade versus him. I don't mind it. The camp is blocked, so as you can see, I wouldn't be able right now to go and block the camp, even though the task is like low, because the boars would zone me out. So that was a good decision to pre-block it. And as I said, I wanted to focus the boars because they give a lot of XP. That's why we killed one. Task has a salve, so that's a small problem for me. But in the end, what matters here is I'm playing against double melee, right? So as long as I harass them enough, it's gonna be very hard for enemies to just go on me. I'm kind of tanky as a Snapfire, so as long as I keep them low and I have Ulti in front of me, it's going to be hard for enemies to, zone me out. Notice how I'm trying to click enemy heroes a lot, especially if they draw aggro from their creeps, right? I checked the camp here, but it ended up being blocked by Tusk, which at this point is going to be a huge mistake. This Beastmaster, for some reason, is just pushing the lane into me, and he has the small camp blocked, right? So I'm very happy about the situation in my lane. Again, we killed the boar. Notice our levels at this point. It's like halfway to the level 3, right? Which is crazy at this point. Like, good Beastmaster players won't let you harass the boar easily. And if they know that you can kill it, they will just like simply not summon it or just play it in a way that, you cannot kill it. So right now I'm quite happy about my lane. My Legion is farming. Oh, I need to bring up the last hits. Tusk is rotating towards this, so that allows us to kill the Beastmaster because we're creating 2 versus 1 scenario on this lane, right? And here I want the Lotus, I need to drag the creeps here. My Legion is coming, so Tusk is zoned out. This is worth a 1 last hit, easily, right? And we get the Lotus. And the camp should be available, correct, because I pre-unblocked it. Tusk ended up not using a sentry there. So here I'm trying to secure the range creep, which didn't actually happen, but I kill yet another boar. I'm level 3 at 3 minutes. I'm very happy about that. So I know the task is pulling, I can see it on the map. So what I can do is just pull myself, right? So I'm gonna try to do that. Beastmaster ends up drawing aggro with the boar, but we kill yet another boar. And I don't really mind it because, you know, the lane is gonna push and I can pull the lane still, right? I'm getting good harassing on the Beastmaster. I went boots. I'm playing versus double melee, so that's one thing. So I can kite them more. My Legion is fighting 2 versus 1 because she has the Stonehold Faucet. And then we get the task kill because enemies at this point cannot play like this. They cannot play aggressive. We're just way stronger than them. And I went boots so I can kite enemies, but in some lanes I could go for stat items like, let's say, Bracer or Null Talisman. I don't want to invest into that lane that much because I feel like if I get Arcanes, this allows us... So I don't need to invest into Regen, right? Because I'm never going to frontline. My LC is going to frontline. And if I get early Arcanes, which is actually going to happen here, she's able to sustain this lane on her own, right? So for the most part, I'm looking at other lanes, but I don't really want to rotate. Because when I think about it, so my plan for the game is, right now I'm looking at my heroes. Invoker and Immortal don't really offer me much, right? They offer damage, and I don't need damage. I have damage myself. And my other heroes just offer me damage, but LC offers me catch. So I really want LC to have a good game and allow her to have early blink, because that's what we need, I feel like. So we can actually catch heroes, right? Tusk is losing his lane, so he's supposed to go bot. He goes bot and gets a kill. He actually gets a double kill. So maybe that was a mistake of me not tipping bot, but it ended up working like LC is farming, right? Here we would kill the Beastmaster if LC didn't turn. So at this point, I shouldn't rotate bot at this point because the lane is over. So I'm just trying to make Beastmaster not farm on this lane, right? Because my LC is free farming. She's top of the last hits. I see DP is doing crazy things, so I'm going there, but Monkey just TPs. I wouldn't have mana for TP and kill, so I don't really want to TP. I check the bot rune, the top rune. It's not there. So I'm going back to my lane. My LC is halfway to the level 6. So we have the catapult. A mistake here was to not use glyph earlier, I think. Yeah, because my creeps are not tanking. If I keep the catapult alive for a longer time, we can actually pressure this tower. But Beastmaster just uses his axes, and that's how he gets the catapult. So he's kept on low HP. We're gonna have duos soon. I know that there's no risk of me going for the XP right now. If I didn't know that both supports are bot, I would probably just go for XP, right? But right now I don't really mind it, right? So I can play on this, and I know that we can still pressure the Beastmaster. I miss my Q. There's lots of TPs. So I'm like, okay, bro, I'm sorry that I missed my Q. I'm out of this lane. And I'm going for the XP, but Monkey's TPing for some reason, so he's gonna go for XP. I have my arcanes, I'm level 5 at 7 minutes, I'm very happy. Most of this comes from killing the boar. I get roared for some reason, but I managed to survive here. So far, so good. The bot lane isn't very good for us, but there's a Viper, right? So it's not like my heroes will have a good game versus Viper. The Monkey King was playing like crazy. He was dying non-stop on this in this game. But in the end, we managed to win it despite this. So right now I'm trying to secure the rune, but I use the scan because I know if the rune is top and DP is there, she's gonna take it. So notice how I'm spending a lot of time on the top lane. This could be a mistake, I'm not gonna lie. So it's not like clear-cut decision, but for me, it was a decision because I'm playing top. As I said, right? I need the LC to have a good game. in order for us to be able to catch people. In the end, we actually didn't, and that's why we had to come back in this game. And this is why this video is gonna be made. Because in the end, it's a very good comeback after 30 minutes. So Deep is doing crazy things again. I'm watching, but she dies again. Now I have duel, so I'm saying to my LC, let's duel this guy. All I need to do is just like, I slow him, you duel, and then I press ultimate. He gets the slow, I press my ultimate, and we get the kill like this. Nice. So far, it's a perfect game for us. I mean, the bot lane was never supposed to be easy. I could be investing into that, but that would mean my LC has a worse game. She probably dies on the top lane. Nice as said. Muerta only gives me damage, right? The damage I'm not missing in my team. I have Invoker, I have myself. So I'm not... I don't need damage, and Muerta is gonna recover anyways. And it's not guaranteed that if I go bot, we just kill Viper. And we can get Viper to rotate here. Like, I saw Viper TPing top, right? And I see Venge doing crazy things on the bot lane, so I'm pinging, okay guys, Viper is not bot anymore, we can kill the Venge. And that's exactly what happens. So I make enemies TP to my lane, and I go rotate to the other lane, and we get kills like that. So notice how the strong hero is rotating away from the bot lane, right? So this gives space to Muerta, and then we get a kill for her as well. So I'm very happy about that. But I don't have a TP right now, so what's my goal? I could be standing around Muerta, but I don't think she needs my help. I cannot help top because I don't have ultimate, so I'm just gonna push mid wave. This is giving me gold. This is keeping DP here in... like, this is not supposed to be happening. This is stupid by her, right? She's not supposed to be here at this point, but she's there, so I'm not gonna mind it, right? And again, I will have a ultimate soon, so I will be looking to play around it. So I'm like, okay, I have my ultimate. I have a smoke. If I remember correctly, this is gonna be the move to find the Beastmaster in the top lane, right? Because the easiest way for us to drag heroes away from the bot lane is to make a move on the top lane, right? Force enemy supports to TP, and that's how we create space. So we smoke here, but what ends up happening, and this is a big problem for us, we don't have a blink yet, I believe, right? Right. But we know that if I see Beastmaster, I'm just gonna slow him, or maybe I cookie my LC, and then we just kill the Beastmaster. But the Beastmaster is actually farming here. And there is a shit happening bot. So I'm gonna TP to the bot lane, and this ends up being a mistake. I actually get the Viper kill, but again, so this is basically what I aim to do, which is drag attention to the top lane, right? But it ended up being enemy being faster than us, or like we are searching for Beastmaster in a place he could be, but he's actually close, right? But here, because this tower is still there, they have guaranteed heroes that we're gonna have here, right? Which is like Muerta, right? And what ends up happening is I TP to the bot lane. Obviously, Beastmaster sees that and he's showing on the wave then. So right now the game becomes hard for us. It's still fine. We're gonna have Blink on LC soon. I think some feeding is gonna happen here again. This is a bad area for us to play, by the way. And like, okay, I'm gonna walk here. I will go back. I know that the enemies are there. I don't have a TP, so I cannot be top lane. So right now, I cannot use a duel on my LC. I get yet another smoke that I want to use. So right now, my LC is approaching Blink. She actually has it right now. And I'm supposed to play around LC and just get dual kills, right? But with the nature of their draft, it's gonna be very hard for us to get kills over and over. Because they have Task, they have Venge, they have heroes to save people, right? So they are playing proactively. which is always better than playing reactively, and we are reacting here. I think we actually get some kills here. But at this point, what is going to end up happening, this DP has a blink, and she's gonna run around and just use her ultimate to get a huge gold advantage. So this is the part we're gonna end, the first part. As you can see, my goal was to get Elsie a good game. She has a good game so far, right? Going to the net worth, it was never easy for Muerta to have a high net worth at this point. So she's like down below here, and this is a problem, but in the end, we are supposed to open up the map with Elsie. This is not gonna end up happening, so we're gonna find ourselves later on trying to come back. So see you later. And welcome back. 30 minutes in, we're trailing by 10k gold. At this point, there's gonna be one more fight that we're gonna lose, and it's gonna show you what are the problems for us. Which is basically what's happening past 15 minutes. This fight that is going to happen soon. So right now I'm trying to push out my lanes. I have a pretty decent game in terms of net worth at this point. You can notice how I'm struggling to get more kills after the first part of the replay. And this is because, so our only initiation so far is like Elsie, right? And they have 2 saves that they can use. So right now what ends up happening is Elsie initiates, they counter initiate, and DP just blinks into us and wins a fight like this. And this is exactly what's gonna happen here, right? This is a perfect example. Muerta deals some damage, but she gets kited still. And I'm just gonna die again to the DP. And it's 13k gold advantage at 30 minutes, right? So in this kind of situation, it's really important for you to take the fights that enemies are not expecting you to. Because that's the only way you can actually take a fight. Because when you think about it, when you're trailing by 15k or 20k or even 10k, it doesn't matter. It's very hard for you to take a fair fight, right? You're just behind on gold, so you have like 3, 4, 5 items less. So you need to get any kind of advantage you can. So first of all, to allow you to have that, you need to push out waves as much as you can. That's the first thing, because that will allow your team to have a hero advantage. So notice how we're pushing this, hopefully. So this was, it's a situation where we allow our team to have a hero on the lane that he doesn't want to be. Like, if there's a team, right, they feel strong. They want to play together because they know that they win every single fight. But if the lanes are pushed in, they need to send a hero. They cannot move as 5 every time, right? They need to send a hero somewhere and just push it out. And another thing is to take fights that are not fair, right? So you can use any kind of advantage you can have. So right now we're assuming the enemy team is doing rush. And we're gonna hear it roar, right? Yes, and this amplifies the damage. And they are not there yet, like enemy team, like all of them, right? You can see Viper was here, Venge was here. They felt so strong, right? They didn't expect us to be there. So we started the fight by killing Beastmaster, then we killed Task. So this is not a fair fight. They are not as 5. We are as 5. And this is the exact reason why we actually win the fight. Viper goes in, he's very late, I'm gonna kite him. He's chasing me. Notice what is happening here, right? I'm kiting Viper, the Viper is chasing me, my whole team is busy killing the enemies. I'm pinging to Viper, guys, he's chasing me. But they killed the DP, which is the game-winning, teamfight winning hero. And right now, they just run on Viper. And this is the start of a comeback. We're too much behind for us to just win the game right now, right? But this will allow us to have a hope in this game. And this is because we took a non-fair fight, which is use a lot of resources on Beastmaster in the Rush Pit, Because he was feeling so strong that he didn't feel like he needs a whole team to bring to the rush pit. Because there's like no way he contested, right? Because if they are together, that means we cannot contest. But this is exactly the reason why we push lanes. Because if we push lanes, we force enemy heroes to be somewhere else, right? And this is obviously information that we get. Because if in the end, if they have 5 heroes here in the rush pit, we probably just lose the fight, right? And there's nothing we can do about it. But that way, we actually get the start of the combat. So obviously, as I said, this game is far from over. We cannot win it on the back of one Aegis. So what we're gonna end up doing is push out lanes. Pushing out lanes in this situation is perfect because it's very hard for enemies to just run into Aegis, right? So as long as we don't have heroes that are showing on 3 lanes, the enemies don't know if we are together or not. Because at every point of the game, like right now, they don't see anything, right? They see Muerta illusions. I'm on the top lane. I keep farming here. I need to get my gold. Okay, I see Viper. I'm telling to my LC, okay, maybe we get a pickup. I see Viper top, Venge is on the triangle, DP is mid, right? So I'm assuming the Viper might come here, but Viper doesn't see anything. This lane is getting pushed, this lane is here, he doesn't know if we are here or not. So that's why he's not gonna go for it. That's why we are not allowed to get a pickup. So right now enemies are kind of scared, and this is good for us, obviously. So I'm gonna keep out pushing lanes. Enemies are not showing, so I'm setting up vision for LC to get a pickup, because again, we see Beastmaster here, Viper here, right? So we know that if we get a target here, he's just gonna die. Okay, I see 4 heroes here. Okay, I'm like, okay, I can get this tower and just keep pushing the lane. And I'm not looking to go back because I see enemies, right? I'm not afraid. Because in the end, if I die, I just die. And I'm pushing out this, and then I hear my monkey saying that enemies are tipping back. I don't check it, but I hear him saying that, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play defensive. And I'm like, if they are tipping back, you can see, right? I'm drawing to my invoker, push out bot. Because pushing out lanes at this point is very, very important. But what ends up happening, my Monkey King dies. Again, he's died 16 times. I'm using my ultimate for no reason. This is a bait for me. I'm just gonna die because of it. I'm giving enemies a good fight. This is gonna allow them to have a good fight. And this is why you should not get baited by your allies. Because again, the same problems will happen again, right? You just get kited. You cannot get a good duel off in this game. DP just, you know, she's able to run in and then what, right? So this is a bad fight for us. We get a duel, but there's a swap from million range. DP is fine. LC dies. And this is all because Monkey King couldn't, you know, farm safely, right? He's not a hero to bait out fights at this point, especially on the top lane where we don't have all the heroes. So at this point, again, the game is hard again. We got the Aegis. Okay, great. Enemies don't have it, so they cannot really siege us that easily. But they kill us again. So right now, I'm assuming they will go for Tormentor. And they are not doing that for some reason. So this is again giving us a chance to come back, right? So I see Invoker is going for the DP. I'm respawning soon. He almost gets the DP. Just misses it barely. I'm TPing. Monkey dies for no reason again. Trying to help. I'm trying to help Invoker. We get the Beastmaster, which is good, because that's the only hero for them that pushes well at this point, if DP doesn't have ultimate, obviously. I'm trying to kite Viper. I know that we have buybacks, but, you know, they shouldn't buy back at this point. But this dive is getting crazy, right? It's actually getting crazy. It's worth a lot of gold, and I'm still fine. Like, I notice how I'm surviving a lot. So I think we get that kill on Viper here. Yes. Viper buys us, Monkey buys enough time, and me as well, for Elsie to respawn, and we get the Viper kill, which is kind of important. So right now you can see what's happening. The map looks like this. We're dying. It's not perfect, but enemies are not allowed to push because they keep trading 1 versus 1. They are winning the fights, but not really because they are trading, right? And at this point, we're coming back to the point where I said, do not take fair fights. I'm gonna wait for myself to respawn. I see Muerta is farming. I'm checking the items, checking the places. We're trying to push out lanes, but right now we know that if one target gets caught, we are very likely to lose the game. Monkey King doesn't care. He's pushing out lanes. And I'm like, guys, if they did not take it, we can actually take Tormentor, right? Because I'm always looking for objectives that we can get. There's no Roshan. I ping it for some reason. I don't know why. You can see my drawings. Push out lanes and then go Tormentor, right? We have good vision on the top lane, so if the heroes are coming, we're gonna see them, right? So I'm like pinging the Tormentor. I'm farming on the way. My item choices are also interesting. I'm basically doing everything I can to play for defense, which is Pipe is very good versus what they have. And then the Greaves are very good as well, right? So I'm able to nullify some burst. So Monkey King dies again on the bot lane. He has no buyback. And I see, okay, so this is a very important part. I know that the enemies are trying to get Tormentor. They just got the Monkey King bot. So I'm asking my Invoker to give me vision. I see enemy heroes. And this is not a fair fight. Again, they are taking damage from Tormentor. So I'm using my ultimate. They are not expecting it. Notice how it's the second time we're gonna win a fight just because enemies are not expecting us to contest it. And as we got a lot of damage in, and notice how the task was not there in the fight. If he was there to save enemies with Snowball, we probably lose this fight. Again, he's gonna get away, it doesn't matter. So why he doesn't come here? Because again, he's not expecting enemy team to contest. They just killed Monkey King, right? We are 4 heroes at best, and maybe or not even 4. So right now he's like, okay, they won't contest this, so I can play for the lanes. And this is exactly what he did. And at this point, Rosh is respawning soon. We're pushing out in lanes. This is the point we can actually start thinking about winning this game. So notice how I'm not really pushing here because I need to fix bot. And it's not like I change much here. So notice how enemies are going to respawn soon, right? But the lanes are getting pushed in. And this is exactly what ends up deciding the games in the late game. If the lanes are pushed or not. Because if the lanes are pushed, you can always count on enemy heroes being out of position. And if they are pushed into you, they can play as 4 or 5, right? And there's no reason for them to group. We got top access, I'm going for the XP. Venge sees me, swaps me. I'm like, okay guys, there's a Venge. Enemies are not respawned yet. And the Viper tip is like this. Gets a Hex on our target. But this is a bad fight for enemies. They don't have all the heroes. We get the duel here. We get a kill on Venge. I kill Viper. Like, a lot of spells are being wasted right now. But Muerta is finally allowed to hit people because they use all the swaps, snowballs, and all of that, right? And when she does, well, she actually deals damage at this point of the game. So we're just gonna win the fight because of it. And notice how 3 fights that we've won since the 30 minutes, where if we are behind, we're not taking fair fights. Do not take fair fights because you're likely to lose them. Just take fights when enemies don't expect you to fight. or where you have numbers advantage, or vision advantage. Take any advantage you can and try to fight. And this is exactly how we win this game. Because after we wipe the enemies, they just die one by one, right? They are not using buybacks, they don't have buyback on Beastmaster, because again, he's not expecting to need a buyback when he goes there, right? When he goes for the Tormentor. And at this point, this shit is happening, enemies are dying, he's tipping there, he's just dying. So basically, he died 2 times without farming a creep, and that's why he doesn't have a buyback, because he doesn't need it for the Tormentor, right? He's just taking a fucking Tormentor, why he would need a buyback? And this is exactly how you come back in games. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of game, and I'm hoping that you're gonna subscribe to the channel to see more games like this. See you!